Why, hello there, and welcome. I want to show you this beautiful, wonderful little totem shop. Now, of course, this can always not be a totem shop. You could always replace it with, let's say diamond sword, goat horn, turtle, helmet, etc. Basically, whatever else you wanted. I did design this, though, just mainly for totems. I could never decide if I wanted to sell a totem for 1 diamond or 2 diamonds, so having it be 50-50 on a large scale of outcomes, I'll most likely only get about 1.5 diamonds, which is perfectly in the middle for me and makes me very happy. It's a very simple shop. You simply throw in whatever your payment option is here. As you can see, this lit up. This basically indicates that I've put in a payment, but I haven't won. This is your win light. This is whenever you win the item, which this one is a totem. And this is your in stock light. This tells you that there is items in stock. See if I throw another one. Yep, okay, there we go. I won. And didn't. Won again. Didn't. Won again. See, I mean, it's 50-50. You got a pretty good shot. And that is when the machine is completely empty. It will keep on these two lights, and it will shut off the top light. It also blocks you from putting in any more diamonds, or whatever your payment option is. So the shop's completely locked down. And then if you come back up here, you can stick back in your items, let's say, and the shop will reset itself. It's a very simple little compact system that is going on here. I can take you right down through it. So starting down here, simple item sorter, just looking for a diamond. Once it gets that diamond, it will put it in that chest, deactivating this torch just for a second, thus deactivating this redstone line. When that line is deactivated, it will turn on this redstone torch, moving one of these two items. The sword, this is your win item. This will give you a win, and the normal block is your lose item. This will lose. So if you ever wanted to change the chances per se, you could put in more lose items, so more just stackable blocks. And if you wanted to up the chances of winning, you could put in more non-stackable items like swords and such. The max that you could get this up to in terms of lose rate is you fill every other slot with a stackable item. That would be a 1 out of 9 chance to win. Which, I mean, if you were selling an elytra, that's like a block of diamonds on average, which may not be that great. So if you were going to do something like an elytra, maybe you'd want a 1 out of 9 and then change your payment item to be like a diamond block per se or something like that. So that's completely optional if you want to change the percentages. I just like a 50-50 because I think it's fun. Then coming over here, it checks the item. If it's a normal item, it will just trigger this one redstone. If it's a non-stackable item, it will go up and trigger this, which will give you your prize. This goes up this little tower, deactivating this, which activates these two. This turns on the light. This triggers the note block and dispenses out your item. And down here, for any item that comes through the machine, it will trigger again this one piece of redstone, which then triggers this repeater, thus sending a signal back into the machine to dispense the item back over to the other dropper, and also locks this hopper for a little bit of time, which will hopefully stop people from losing diamonds if they're trying to like chuck in a bunch, just trying to do this basically. It should hopefully stop a couple of them from just losing their money straight out. You do probably want to tell people 1 diamond at a time. And then this final system just checks if you are in stock. If you run out of stock, you can see it will turn off that light, push down this redstone block, which keeps the system completely triggered, which will of course lock that hopper, and thus stopping people from putting in money. That is the simplicity of this little machine. I think it's very neat and fun. And as always, I have put the material list in the description, along with a Structura file. If you don't know what a Structura file is, it's basically just a texture pack for an armor stand. That'll give you pretty much the entire machine, that you can also change its poses to get different levels of the build. That only works for people on PC or mobile, as they are really the only ones that can install a texture pack, so just be advised. Anyways, let's get into building the shop. Okay, so what you're going to want is a 5x5 hole that goes 3 blocks into the ground. That makes a nice just 5x5 square. and 7 blocks above ground for a total of a 10 block tall machine. So you're just going to want to come to the front of wherever you're going to build the thing. We'll say my front is on this side. We're going to place 2 blocks right here with a repeater going off at that, another block, a redstone torch, 2 pieces of redstone dust, a piece of redstone right here, a block right here, and a piece of redstone on top of that. We're going to place a block diagonal from the piece. We're going to come over here, place our chest down, and then we're going to put a hopper into the back side of that. We're going to place a comparator right here and crouch and place another hopper. Now let's put in our filter. So we're just going to put 1 diamond in there and put whatever our filter item is. I'd recommend making this item something that you've put in an anvil and naming it something random, just to make sure that nothing else is going to be thrown in here but a diamond. Now that we have the filter in place, if we just place a block over here, finish our item filter. Now if we put in an item, you'll see it will unlock for a second, moving the item to the next hopper, and then, the next one that gets put in, it'll get put in the chest, so forth, so on. Now if we come over here, we're going to place a nether brick block right here with a note block on top of it. Then we're going to set it to a green note right there, so that anytime it is triggered, that is the note that is going to be played. You can always change the lower block to something else if you want a different type of sound to be played. Next, we're going to place 3 blocks right here, one with a repeater, one with a piece of redstone dust, another repeater on 4 ticks, and a target block on this side. Then over here, we're going to place a normal redstone torch. Then we're going to place a block on top of that torch, and 2 droppers facing into each other like that. You're going to want to put in your chances. So we got the win percent and the lose percent. You can move these really anywhere that you desire in the dropper. It does not matter. But this will make sure that you have a 50-50% chance of winning or losing. Now we're going to go right here, place our comparator to check for when there's an item there. And we're going to place a block right here, a block right here. Put a piece of redstone dust right here, place another block, and put another piece of redstone dust. So you have this sort of thing going on, and you want to place a block right here with a repeater, and then a block above that, and then a target block right here so the redstone dust goes into that block. Then we're going to place our 3 redstone lamps like so. Now we're going to come around to the back side over here and place 2 blocks like this going in a diagonal pattern. Then we're going to grab out a torch, place it on this side, then one on this side, and one up here. Then we're going to place an emerald block to the side of that with a note block on it. We're going to then set this to be a high pitch purple. So we'll call that good. And then you're going to place a block right here, another block up here, and then a glass block diagonally with redstone dust going along all of that. And then we're going to come down here, place our dropper like that so it's facing downwards with another piece of redstone on top of it. We're also going to put our hopper going in the backside with our double chest on top. Okay, now we're going to get a block down here, a block over here, a block right here, and a block right here. So you have this pattern going on. Then you just want to place a comparator right here with 2 redstone dust going down, a redstone torch, and then down here with a piston pushing down with a redstone block on it, like so. That will, of course, tell you that your system is completely empty. If you put in an item, then it should be good to go. So if we chuck in a diamond, you'll see we lost, and we won. There we go. And now it's out of stock. And we can just put that back up in there. Now we need to hide the machine to make it look nice. Okay, so I've grabbed out some decorational blocks. We're going to start off simply with adding the actual stuff. So we're going to put 2 item frames, put the reward, the payment option, and then we're going to put our sign in the middle. So just like that, that's what you're going to just want to put on the sign. And if we go out here and we grab our yellow dye and glow ink sac, then you'll see it be very obvious. And then if you have it, I'd recommend using a honeycomb on it so that no one can interact with your sign now that it's in place. Now, we're just going to decorate it, so I'm going to put a stair above the hopper and a stair below the dropper. Also going to come up here, I'm going to place down logs going down like this, and I'm going to replace this. I'm going to replace that block with a log so that it looks nice. Then, of course, I'm going to just do the same on here. On that side, we're going to place stairs above that chest so it's still interactable. And then I'm going to get some spruce logs going up either side on the edges. And we're going to place our trap doors. And we're going to put in a painting. Wow, first try. And put 2 more. And we're just going to finish off with some spruce stairs like that. So now your shop looks really nice. And if you insert the diamonds, fell, and a win, and it's out of stock. So that is how you build this little fun totem shop. I hope you like the machine, and if you do, please consider subscribing, and I will see you again next time. Have a great day. Bye.